What's going on, guys? I'm Jada Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about rapper Young Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. Now, they have separated. Jeezy went and filed for divorce after just 2 years of marriage and a child together. And I've been seeing the reaction on social media, and I've been seeing people making jokes, especially a lot of women. You know who you are. Y'all think this is hilarious. Y'all are making fun of the comments that Jeannie made, which were very bad. But, you know, Jeezy still got with her even after those comments. So I've been looking at the reactions. I want to go over why I feel like Jeezy wanted out. It's very clear to me that Jeezy just couldn't take it anymore. He tried. I think he tried. I really do. But when you're with a woman who has all types of issues, there's really nothing that you're going to be able to do that's going to help fix this situation, right? This is a woman who showed no respect towards her first husband, and she even said herself that Jeezy had to check her. And I'm pretty sure that happened a lot. And also you have the culture barrier, even though Jeannie herself is American. Her mother is not of this country. And I think her mother, probably in the closeness her mother have, has played a part into as well. But I want to get into some of the things that people have been saying, relationship and why this marriage, and they feel like Jeannie was the cause of this whole thing breaking down. One, I want to get into the fact that Jeannie and her anger. She's basically has admitted that she has issues with her anger, and that's not good when you're trying to have a marriage, right? But the signs were already there. The red flags were flagging. Okay, look at how she treated her first husband. Jeezy, you didn't think she'd do that to you? Because it's very clear that when a man isn't getting respect in a marriage or a relationship in general, he's going to walk away. He's not going to stay there. If he does, he's a fool. But a man that actually has self-respect is not going to be in a relationship with a woman who clearly has psychological issues. And I think Jeannie Mai has psychological issues. This woman was married to a man that she said herself she did not respect. Probably put him through all types of hell. Didn't even want to have a child with him, because she had no respect for him. But why did you marry him in the first place? Was it for some sort of validation? She gets with Jeezy, and that behavior, she probably was going to I think she tried to test him, and he passed her shit test, which is why she ended up not only marrying him, but having his child. Jeannie Mai is one of those type of women that will shit test you as a man. And if you fail it, she's going to, not only is she's going to show a lack of respect for you, she's going to remind you that she has no respect for you. Every single day, she's going to remind you, you know, that, you know, you're not enough for her. And that's why she ends up leaving. And the thing is here with Jeannie, why get married? And again, she wasn't really separated that long from her husband before she got with Jeezy and ultimately getting married, having a child. I don't think she took the necessary time to really fix herself. I really don't. I think that she was looking to rebound from that and show the world that it wasn't her. I think she was trying to prove to herself that she wasn't the problem, that it was him, right? If she just gets with another guy, it will fix everything. But in reality, it only makes it worse, because now she's going to be a single mother. And any man that's going to be trying to wife her up and try to be in a relationship with her after this, just think about the fact that she dated two different men of two different backgrounds, two different races, and it still failed. She was with Bland Bob, then she gets with street rapper Jeezy, and it still fails. It fails even worse. All right. And Jeannie has to take a look in the mirror and she needs to work on whatever she needs to work on. She don't need to be looking at relationships. Relationships is the last thing that she needs to be looking at, because it's very clear to me that she's failing in that. This marriage flopped. It failed. It's over. It's a wrap. It's done. Okay. And I want to say this too, in regards to Jeezy, because when I made my video a couple days ago, speaking about Jeezy and Jeannie, he wanted out, and he wanted out for a reason. He want to know why the reason. Why you need to know the reason, Jane? Well, it shows that when a man files for divorce, it raises eyebrows. When a woman files for divorce, they like, okay, he must have been cheating, or he didn't do this or that, right? People really don't seek questions. Like, why are you questioning her? Look at Tia Mowry. Tia Mowry divorced her husband. Nobody wants to question it. Nobody wants to, or they'll say, well, he must have done something to her, but they don't try to get deep into it. But with Jeezy, a guy of his background, he decides to get into a relationship with Jeannie Mai. He decides to wife her up, and he divorces her like 2 years later. And there's a lot of questions there. One of them I saw, because I saw there were some rumors out here that she was spending his money. That could definitely cause a man to want to leave a situation, because if you're not used to a woman in your pockets like that, and all of a sudden she's in your pockets. I don't know what Jenny's financial situation is. I don't know if she does this. She doesn't do the show, The Real, anymore. So, like, what is she doing? I know she does YouTube, right? I don't know what else. I think she does something else now. I'm not quite sure. But there's rumors that she's in his pockets. I would not doubt that at all, because I'm pretty sure he wined and dined her mother as well, and she maybe have a certain expectation of him financially. And he's like, no, whoa, hold up. I don't need you in my pockets like that, That could cause men to back away. I can 100% see a situation where Jeezy will be put off by her being in his pockets. I don't know if that's true. That's some of the things that I've seen, but it would not shock me. We're talking about a Western woman who's used to a certain lifestyle. Of course, she's going to want to be spoiled and have him doing things for her financially, even though she comes off as a womanist, who's about being independent and strong. But, of course she would need a man to take care of. Now, let's get to her mother. Let's get to Jeannie Mai's mother. Okay. Now, her and her mother are very close. Very, very close. And I have no doubt that she's probably around them a lot. And that could cause a rift as well when the mother is all in your marriage, all, whatever years you got going on, right? And, Jenny's listening to her. She's not really listening to Jeezy. And that could cause Jeezy to be upset. Like, why are you listening to your mother? Why are you bringing your mother into the marriage? And I believe that's what's going on. I believe that the mother is highly invested in what's going on with her daughter, even though her daughter has been divorced before. And she should allow her daughter to make her own mistakes and live her own life. But obviously she's very invested. Very invested, and that could definitely cause a rift when you have family members in your marriage. You don't hear about Jeezy's family being in his marriage, but her and her mother are very close to each other. And I could see where she was putting her 2 cents in and just making things worse. Not making things better, but making things worse. All right. I don't know how many friends that Jeannie actually had. Her mother must be her best friend. And when you have women who have bonds like that with their mothers, it's just like when men have a bond with their mother and their mother's all in their marriage, right? That seems to be what Jeannie has with her mother. They have like this real close bond. You see them in videos together, and that could cause a rift. You also got to look at the fact that, people say, well, maybe Jeezy wasn't ready to be a family man. Maybe, he was still focusing on being living that rapper lifestyle while having a wife at home. Now, I don't know if that's what it is, but I truly believe that Jeezy had it, what he thought the marriage would be, and I think that it became something else. I truly believe that. I think Jeannie Mai was one way, but when the marriage happened and they got together, I think she might have switched up on Jeezy. I really do. I think she might have switched up on him, right? She was one way when they first got together. They was in that honeymoon phase, right? And then all of a sudden you're married, you're together. What's the next step? Now, Jeezy committed to her. And when men commit to women with marriage, you don't usually see them filing for divorce. But Jeezy filed for divorce because he couldn't take it anymore. And he had to walk away. That's a failure. People might say that's a failure on both sides, but y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but has Jeezy been married before? And how long did it last, But we know Jenny's been married before, and she said herself she had no respect for this man. Didn't even want to bear his children. Because I believe he failed her shit test. But see, Jeezy didn't fail her shit test. But I do think that Jenny failed in this marriage because he's the one filing for divorce. He made the commitment to her. You don't see men file for divorce like that. Say whatever you want. Men don't file for divorce. They really don't. When a man makes a commitment marriage-wise, he's going to keep that commitment. And the fact that Jeezy was the one to walk away just shows you that this marriage was a complete failure. People say it's on both sides, it's the failure. You can't say that, but this was Jenny's second marriage and it failed, and it failed faster than her first marriage. That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. But that's the truth. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section, or let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.